Have you ever heard a secret? A really, really good secret? One that tickles your ears and makes you giggle? This is a story just like that. A secret story whispered by the wind as it rustles through the tallest trees. It's a story about magic and friendship and gardens filled with wonder. Are you ready to listen closely? Because this secret is just for you, and it's about to begin. Shh, here it comes, on a tiny breeze. Not too far from here, but hidden from our everyday eyes. There are special places. Oh, such special places. These are not ordinary gardens. No, no, no. They are magical gardens, bursting with colors you've only dreamed of. In these gardens, flowers can sing little songs, happy, sleepy songs, and tiny bugs, like ladybugs and beetles, sometimes wear tiny, tiny hats. Imagine that. A ladybug in a polka dot sun hat. It's a world full of smiles. But what if one day, just one sunny golden day, two of them from very different gardens met? Oh, what an adventure that would be! A grand, exciting, brand new adventure was waiting.
Meet Barnaby. Barnaby was a bee. He was a very round and a very fuzzy bee, like a little bumble of joy. His stripes were the color of bright sunshine and dark, sweet licorice, all wrapped around his plump little body, and on his tiny nose he wore tiny round glasses. He always wore them because they helped him see the very best flowers for his honey. They made him look very smart, too.
Barnaby was a super busy bee. Buzz, buzz, busy. That was his motto every single day. He loved to work hard from the moment the sun peeked over the horizon until it yawned goodnight. He loved to make honey. Oh, such wonderful honey. Golden, sticky, yummy honey that tasted like sunshine and dreams. He hummed little working songs all day long. Hum, 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 went his happy tune as he worked. He thought his garden was the best garden in the whole wide world.
Now, let's meet Flicker. Flicker was a butterfly. She was a very sparkly and a very swirly butterfly, a true delight to behold. Her wings were like beautiful stained glass windows you might see in a magical castle. They shimmered with colors of deep purple, pretty pink, and the softest sky blue. Shimmer, shimmer, shine, went her wings as she danced in the air, leaving trails of glitter.
Flicker loved to dance more than anything, and she loved to dream big, floaty dreams. And most of all, she loved to float on the gentle breeze, going wherever it might take her. Whee, what fun! She wasn't busy like Barnaby, not in the same way. She was floaty and free. She giggled at silly-shaped clouds that looked like fluffy sheep, and she sang soft songs to sleepy flowers to help them rest. She thought her garden was the most beautiful, the most magical garden that ever was. One sunny morning, the kind of morning that makes you want to sing, the sun was extra smiley that day. It winked down at the world with golden rays. Barnaby the bee was out collecting nectar, as he always did. He was buzzing around a patch of his favorite clovers right near the little wooden fence that marked the edge of his tidy garden. This was a very important clover patch, his best one maybe. Meanwhile, Flicker the butterfly was exploring. She was dancing on a little puff of wind, a playful, gentle breeze. Higher and higher she went, twirling and swirling her sparkly wings with delight. Oh, then she saw something new down below, something very neat and very green. It looked so different from her own garden, so orderly and calm. She felt a little flutter of curiosity in her tummy.
Flicker landed softly, ever so softly, on the top of the wooden fence, right next to where Barnaby was buzzing in his garden. Barnaby, busy with his work, looked up when he heard a tiny rustle. Wow, it's so tidy, so very, very neat.
All the clover plants stood in perfect straight lines, like little green soldiers on parade. The paths between them were clear and smooth. It was so different from her own joyful jumble of flowers, so very neat and orderly.
Welcome to Clover Corner.
Barnaby puffed his fuzzy chest out just a little bit. He felt quite proud of his hard work when Flicker admired it. He decided to give her a tour.
He showed her his amazing honeycombs, all shiny and golden, and absolutely full of sweet honey. He explained very carefully how he collected nectar and turned it into this yummy treat.
Flicker tried her best to walk in straight lines on the paths, just like Barnaby did. But her wings, Oh, her wings just wanted to swirl and twirl and dance. It was a little bit tricky for her not to bump into the neat rows of clovers. She giggled at her own wobbliness.
Barnaby offered her a taste of his fresh honey.
Then it was Flicker's turn. "Come see my garden," she chirped, her wings fluttering with excitement. "It's just over there, not far at all. You'll love it, I promise."
Barnaby felt a little nervous at the thought. He didn't usually fly very far from his own tidy clover corner. His world was usually quite small and predictable, but Flicker's eyes sparkled with such joy and invitation, he couldn't say no.
So he took a deep breath and buzzed, "Okay, lead the way."
Flicker led the way with happy little flits and flutters. Flit, flit, flutter. She danced ahead, a whirl of bright colours. Barnaby buzzed as hard as his little wings could carry him to keep up. Zoom, zoom, buzz! He huffed and puffed a tiny bit, and then suddenly he saw it. Oh, his eyes went wide behind his little round glasses. So many colours, so many different kinds of flowers, big ones, small ones, tall ones, twisty ones. They were having such a wonderful time together. Barnaby was learning to appreciate the joyful chaos of Flicker's garden. Flicker was trying to understand Barnaby's love for order. They were exploring hidden corners and giggling at funny-shaped leaves. Then, a big strong gust of wind came rushing through the garden. Whoosh! It wasn't a friendly little breeze. It was a very mischievous wind, a playful but rather pushy sort of wind indeed.
The sudden gust of wind blew poor Flicker sideways. It pushed her and tumbled her through the air. She tried to steer, to flutter against it, but it was too strong. It blew her straight towards a giant old spiderweb. A very big, very sticky spiderweb that was cleverly hidden between two tall, nodding sunflowers. "Oh no!" cried Flicker, her voice small and scared. Her delicate, sparkly wing got stuck right in the sticky threads. Ah, she was trapped!
Barnaby hovered nearby, his little bee brain working faster than his wings. He remembered something important, something about his own tidy garden, and the work he did there every day. He had strong little jaws, his mandibles. He used them for cutting leaves when he needed to, and for shaping the soft wax of his honeycombs. Maybe, just maybe, those strong little jaws could cut through the sticky web strands. It was a brave idea.
He buzzed encouragingly to Flicker, trying to sound braver than he felt. "Don't worry, Flicker. I have an idea. Just stay as still as you can."
He flew very carefully towards the edge of the sticky web. He approached one of the thick strands holding Flicker's wing. Snip, snip, snip went his tiny, sharp jaws. He was very, very careful not to get stuck himself, and especially careful not to accidentally snip Flicker's delicate wing. It was hard, sticky work.
Flicker stayed as still as a little statue, even though she was very, very scared.
They flew together to a warm, sunny spot, right on the border between their two very different gardens. They needed a moment to rest and feel safe again after their scary adventure. Barnaby shared some of his extra special honey from a little honeycomb he carried.
Flicker declared it the most delicious thank you treat ever. Then Flicker showed Barnaby a brand new dance she made up. It was called the Brave Bee Rescue Dance, and it was very swirly and joyful.
Barnaby looked at his tidy garden and then at Flicker's wild one. He realized that his neat and orderly garden was good for him, yes. But Flicker's wild, surprising garden was wonderful and good too. It was full of unexpected beauty and joyful freedom. And Flicker looked at Barnaby's organized rows and understood. She learned that order could be very helpful and calming. And Barnaby's hard work made such wonderful, sweet things like honey. Most importantly, they learned that being different was not just okay, it was exciting. Barnaby's careful, focused nature had helped save Flicker when she was in trouble. Flicker's bright joy and adventurous spirit made Barnaby smile and try new things.